Good afternoon, everyone. What is the last concept? Automation process. Okay. Online students, as the screen is visible, online students can respond in the chat window. All the online students can respond in the chat window. Okay, right. Let's complete on that. So we need to understand the very interesting concept and the most important one. We need to understand that what exactly the process need to be followed or what exactly the steps need to be followed as part of automation testing. That is what the heading we done. We used to mentioning with the heading, considering that. What is the heading you written? Real-time automation testing process. I mean, we need to understand that how exactly this automation testing is coming into the picture, what exactly the steps to be followed related to the automation testing. We need to get comfortable on that. As simple as for now, we got understand like the very first thing, automation testing. Meaning of automation testing? Testing done by the tools. The simple understanding of automation testing. We need to get mentioning the testing done by the tools here. That particular automation testing, we have to take care about performing with the two activities. What are the two activities need to be done? What is the first activity? Providing instructions for the tool. What is the second one? Generating with the results or considering the output here. For doing these particular things, we need to be taking care about in identifying with object here. Okay. So that concept is a very common. We need to be mentioning the performing with two steps here. Okay. All those things are okay. We need to be coming up with the actual thing is consider the automation testing. When we can go with automation testing, or as simple as when we can start automation testing. After, in case of manual test cases are ready, can we go with automation testing? Yes or no? Yes. If manual test cases are ready, we can start with automation testing. Yes or no? Okay, very perfect. Now, see the understanding. Meaning of automation testing. What is the meaning of automation testing? Testing done by the tool. The meaning of automation testing, you are mentioning the testing done by the tool. But what you will be testing it? Or what tool has to be tested? The meaning of automation testing, you are mentioning the testing done by the tool. Perfectly okay. But what exactly tool has to be tested? What tool has to be tested? Functionality need to be tested. The tool has to be test that particular functionality. So that functionality is related to application. I mean, this automation testing is testing the functionality of application. That means if you want to get start with automation testing, what you require? If only test cases are available, application is not available. Can we go with automation testing? Yes or no? No. Without having with the application, we cannot go with automation testing. Don't be confused here. The clear concept is automation testing has been implemented based on manual test cases. Automation testing has been implemented based on manual test cases. Perfectly okay. Because of manual test cases are ready. Because of manual test cases are ready, we cannot go with automation testing. Just assume that manual test cases are done. Once manual test cases has been done, directly we cannot go with automation testing. So when exactly automation testing will be coming into the picture? What exactly that process need to be get followed? Let's see that. So let's understand that what exactly the whole process need to be followed. That is what you written the questions. What is the first question you written? Yesterday you written the questions. What is the first question? When to start automation testing. Okay, next. What are the prerequisites or preconditions to start automation testing? Okay, what is the next one? How to decide automation tool in the project. What is the last one? What are the drawbacks of manual testing? So we need to understand step by step. For all these particular questions, you will get answers in this particular process. Now, see the understanding. Automation testing is not getting started because of manual test cases are ready. According to real-time process, first, just assume that you're working with Gmail application. Just an example, you want to test the Gmail application. Is it the whole application can be tested in one single day? If we take this Gmail application, is that the whole Gmail application can be tested in one single day? No, we cannot test with the whole application in one particular single day. It can be development or testing. It cannot be done in one single shot. It will get divided into multiple modules, or you can consider multiple releases here. According to that, just assume that first we got in a plan of login functionality. This login functionality has been done as part of build 1. Related to build 1, you got 10 test cases. Just assume that first build 1 released. Meaning of build? Meaning of build? Executable file or URL. The meaning of build, we can consider that executable file, or you can mention that URL. Assume that build 1 has been released. Once build 1 has been released to the testing team, we need to begin. Once build 1 has been released to the testing team, we need to start doing with the testing. Now assume that related to build 1, what are the test cases we got? How many test cases we got? 10 test cases. 10 test cases executed, done. Next. See the understanding. Next, we got build to. Build to is related to inbox functionality. Build to is related to inbox functionality. Now assume that you got 20 test cases. Assume that you got 20 test cases here. Okay. Now, when you are considering build to is related to which functionality? Which functionality? Inbox. Related to inbox. How many test cases he got? How many test cases he got? 20. See the concept now. Build to. How many test cases? 20. Build to released. You started executing. You got executed. While executing, you got some bugs. Bugs has been reported. Once bugs has been reported, this developer has been fixed it. You guys has been done the retest and then bugs has been closed. As simple as finally at last 20 test cases has been passed. Related to build to, we got 20 test cases. 20 test cases has been passed. Okay. Now, my question is, build to, how many test cases? How many test cases? 20. 20 executed. 20 test cases passed. Because of 20 test cases passed, because of 20 test cases passed, can we confirm that our testing has been completed or not? Yes or no? I'm considering that build to. Can we consider up to build to our testing has been completed or not? Yes or no? Online students. Build to, how many test cases he got? 20. 20 executed, 20 got passed. Because of 20 test cases passed, can we confirm up to build to our testing has been completed or not? Yes or no? No. Yes. Okay. Why yes? Oh, but why yes? No, you are saying that up to build to testing completed. You mentioned as. Now my question is why yes? Okay. Why no? Why no? Why regression testing? As simple as build to is related to. Build to is related to. Build it is related to inbox. Now consider that whenever developer has been released the build to, is that developer has been providing the code only for inbox or login and inbox? When build to release, is that you are getting the code related to only inbox or login and inbox? What is the code you are getting? Login and inbox. Build it to only. But what developer has been done for this build to, your build one features has been integrated. Whenever they are releasing the build to is related to only inbox, but they are not providing the code only related to inbox. Your build one futures has been integrated to build two, and then they will be releasing with build two. So because of that integration, because of that code modification, there may be a chances, not like mandatory, chances are there. Your previous functionality may working, may not working. Because of that, you have to make sure that your previous functionality also working fine. That is what your regression testing. Meaning of regression testing? Meaning of regression testing. Existing functionality working or not. Because of the code modification or because of the bug fix, your existing functionality working or not, that you will be considering that. That you will be considering that. Mentioning about regression testing here. Now we can say that because of that, while working build 2, you will execute 20 test cases at the same time. 10 test Okay, right. Now, as simple as, right? Online students, is that the screen is visible? Online students can respond in the short window. All the online students can respond in the short window. Okay. More visible. Right. Okay. Now, see that. So, see the understanding. So, considering that in case of build 3, how many test cases we got? 30. So, because of 30 testing cases has been passed, can we confirm that our testing has been done? No. What need to be done? Is it need to execute only build 2 or only build 1 or both the things? Why both the things? All futures will be carry forwarded. Because of build 3, whatever that previous futures are there, all your previous futures will get carry forwarded. Because of that, you need to be get mentioning that 20 test cases related to build 2 and 10 test cases related to build 1. Okay. Next, continued with the same, taking with build 4. From that, related to build 4, it got 40 test cases. 40 test cases done, 40 has been passed. Next, what do you have to do? What do you have to do? It need to be take with 30 test cases related to build 3 and then taking with 20 test cases related to build 2. After that, 10 test cases related to build 1. Now, so this will be continued. Again, when you are taking with build 5 and according to the build 5, you need to be continue with the previous build. Now, by looking into this diagram, what you can get understand? By seeing this, what you can understand? Numbers you can understand. By seeing this, what you can... Yeah. Online students, by looking into this, what you can understand? See the very simple understanding. Build 1. What are the total number of test cases you are executing? What is the total number of test cases? 10. While working build 2, what is the total number of test cases? For build 2, what is the case you are executing? How many? 30. While working build 3, what is the total number of test cases? How much? 60. For build 4, what is it? What you got understand? What you got understand? Whenever build has been increasing, the number of regression test cases to be executed also increasing. In case of taking with the build 1, 10 test cases, very easily can execute. Build 2, 30 test cases, little bit okay. You can spend some extra time and you can execute. Build 3, 60 test cases, still you have to spend some more extra time. Build 4, 100 along with the extra time, you required extra resource also. Because only one tester cannot execute all the test cases. So as simple as whenever the build has been increasing, number of regression test cases also increasing. Because of that, your automation has been came into the picture. Now, in the build 1, is there any major use of automation? If we start automation testing in the build one, is there any major use in that? No, it's not like any major use here, because as less number of test cases, very easily you can get executed. It's not like mandatory that you require automation, taking automation tool, writing the script, doing all these things here. Manually, very easily we can do it. But in a certain stage, there is a chance of you will have the requirement to execute more number of regression test cases. Then you have to think about automation testing. So that is what your first question. What is the first question you written? What is the first question you written? When to start automation testing? Answer is? Answer is regression testing. What is answer? Regression testing. Mention that. Mention the answer is regression testing. For the first question, when to start automation testing? Will mention that regression testing, because in regression testing you will be having more number of test cases to get executed. So because of that, we used to be mentioning that always automation testing will be started in regression phase, or we can consider regression testing here. So this is how we got an automation testing. Okay. Now see the understanding. First question I got. Now, as simple as whenever you are having more number of test cases to execute, you can think about automation testing. Not like confirming, not like deciding. It's not like you got some 1,000 regression test cases are there, then immediately started automation. Or 2,000 regression test cases are there, started automation. In case of more number of regression test cases, you will think about automation testing. But in case, if you want to decide, yes, let's start automation. How we can decide? That is what your second question. What is the second question you written? What are the preconditions or prerequisites to start automation testing? What are the preconditions or mentioning the prerequisites to start automation testing? Make a note of the answer having the 2 points here. Online students also make a note of the answer having the 2 steps. One, mentioning that application should be stable. Application should be stable. Taking with second point. One is application should be stable. After that, test case steps should be freezed. Online students also make a note of these 2 points. First point, application should be stable. Second point, test case step should be freezed. Right. Now, I can see that. So see the understanding. What exactly mean by these particular things? Now, as simple as whenever you are taking with precondition, we got two things here. What are the two things? Application should be stable. After that, testing case step should be freeze. Once your application is satisfied with these two conditions, then you can decide, you can confirm, okay, let's start automation. Without satisfying these two conditions, there is no use of in starting with automation. What exactly mean by this? What is the first option? Application should be stable. Meaning of stable? Meaning of stable. We can consider like constant. The simple understand, it should be defects free. The meaning of stable, according to automation testing, we can mention that defects free, or we can consider bug free. I mean, the application what you decided to automate, the application what you decided to automate, you cannot have more bugs in the application. You cannot have more in the application. In case of having with more number of the bugs in the application, it cannot be comfortable for doing automation. It's not like zero bugs. Zero bugs will never possible. Zero bugs will never possible. But in case of not having more number of bugs are there in the application, we cannot continue with automation testing. So that is what we need to be get the very first step here. Okay. Just a minute. ఇది నెట్ డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయింది. రావట్లా. ఇది వైఫై ఉందా? నేను మొబైల్ నుంచి కనెక్ట్ చేసిన. ఇక్కడ వైఫై ఏంటిది? 2Gయా? స్మాల్ లెటర్స్ అన్నీ. Right. Let's see that. This particular automation testing. First, we need to think about automation testing. To confirm that automation testing, it's mandatory that your application need to be get satisfied these two conditions. The meaning of application should be stable. The meaning of that statement is the application you decided to automate or the build you decided to automate. In that particular application, you should not be having more number of bugs here. In case if we got more number of bugs in that application, then there is no use of in continued with automation testing. Because of that, before getting started with automation testing, it's mandatory that you need to be get satisfied with two conditions. So what is the first condition? Application should be stable. As simple as it's need to be get mentioning the defects free here. So if you're having with the more bugs, not like 0 bugs, but in case of more number of bugs are available, we cannot continue with automation testing. What is the second one? Test case steps should be freezed. See the terminology. See the terminology here. It is clearly mentioning the test case steps. Not like test cases. Not like test cases. Test case steps should be freezed. Meaning of freezed? Meaning of freezed. Fixed or locked. Right? The meaning of freezed is, the meaning is locked, or you can mention the fixed here. As simple as according to your understanding. If you want to develop automation script, on which basis you will develop automation script? On which basis you will develop automation script? Based on manual test cases. Based on manual test cases, you need to be get developed with automation script. Now assume that you got the first test case, taking with test case 1. In this particular test case 1, assume that you got 5 steps here. If we consider test case 1, how many steps you got? 5 steps. So 5 steps are available. You got that 5 step. You referred 5 step. According to the 5 step, you developed automation script. That script also working perfectly. No issues at all. But after some time, what manual tester has been done for the same test case, they got added 2 more steps here. Okay. They got added 2 more extra steps. Test case 1 only. For the test case 1, they got added with 2 more steps here. Considering these particular 2 more steps, now totally how many steps he got? 7 steps he got. That means previously you already automated 5 steps. Now how many more steps it got added? 2 steps. Because of they got added 2 steps, as a automation tester, you need to be add that particular code. For your existing automation script, you will be writing the code related to these particular 2 steps. Okay. After that, assume that for the same test case, it got added with 3 steps here. For the same test case, it got added with 3 steps. Test case is same. Test case 1 only. For that particular test case 1, after some time, they got added with the 3 more steps. Now totally how many steps he got? How many steps he got? 10. Previously, you are already done with 7 steps. Now extra 3 steps has been added. Because of 3 steps has been added, as automation tester, what need to be done? What need to be done? You need to modify our automation script, because previously were already done, but manual tester has been added the 3 step to the same test case here. Because of that, you need to be continued modifying your automation script. As simple as whenever the steps has been modified, your automation scripts also need to be get modified. So that will become a problem for the automation tester. So in case of having regular modification or regular changes for the same test case, it will become a problem. You may get new test cases, new functionality, perfectly okay. That doesn't make any problem. But for the same test case, modifications has been done. It will become a problem for automation testing. Because of that, it is clearly mentioning that to decide automation testing, your application need to satisfy with these 2 preconditions. What are the preconditions we got? Application should be stable. After that, test case step should be freezed. So once your application has been satisfied with these 2 preconditions, then you can decide that to get started with automation testing. So first, at any cost, manual testing need to be done. First, at any cost, manual testing need to be done. In a certain stage, when you are having more number of test cases are there, you need to be think about to get start with automation testing. Now, you are thinking about, not like confirming, to confirm that automation or to start that automation, you need to be looking into that. Either your application has been satisfied with these 2 conditions or not. So what are the 2 conditions we got? Application should be stable. Then test case step should be freezed. So once your application has been satisfied with these 2 conditions, then you will be getting decided with to start automation. Now we decided to start automation. Once you decided to start automation, and the next thing is you need to be decide with the tool here. See the steps here. First, manual testing. Manual testing, not like any prerequisite or anything. Requirements are there, you will start manual testing. Automation testing, it's not like requirements are there, you will start. If you want to start automation testing, first you are mentioning that in regression phase, you will think about automation testing. To confirm the automation testing, it has to satisfy preconditions. Once it got satisfied the preconditions, then you need to decide automation tool here. According to this real time, how exactly the automation tool will be decided. Because in the market, is it only one automation tool is available in market? What you are doing? Last from half an hour, you guy and you guy. No use of to come for my sessions for seeing the mobile guys. I'm seeing from last 1 hour, not 1 hour, 45 minutes I'm seeing. Without any break, you're watching the mobiles. Need to understand guys, first day itself I clear, not interested, you can go, you can attend online. Most of the people are sleeping in online, I know that. I'm not worried about on that. In case of important, okay, I can understand. See that replied, stop it. You came for learning guys. You're coming from very far, her hostel, whatever it came be. Came for learning means you have to learn it. Right. So once you have been checking with this particular one, this automation tool, we need to decide with the automation tool here. If you want to decide with the automation tool, you need to taking with the process. It's not like just you done with the Selenium, go with the Selenium tool, or you done with QTP, taking with the QTP or some other tool. In real time, how exactly the tool will be decided is, there is a concept considering as POC, or it can be mentioned as tool evaluation. By doing POC or by taking tool evaluation, you will be decided with the tool. So what exactly mean by this? See the concept. The meaning of POC. Meaning of POC? In case of email conversation, like assume that you are sending any email, you are getting an email. In case of email conversation, the meaning of the POC, it will be considering the point of contact. The meaning of POC, you can mention that point of contact. But we are not looking into the email. You are taking care about automation testing. As part of automation testing, as part of automation testing, we need to considering that the POC is proof of concept. The meaning of that POC is proof of concept. I mean, as an automation tester, we are giving the proof to the client. We are giving with the proof to the client, saying that, so client, this is the best tool according to the project requirement. So that is what exactly POC. The meaning of POC, considering the proof of concept here. What exactly mean by that? Let's take very simple understanding. The best example, you guys are very well knowing about mobile. Knowing it? Very perfect. Assume that you want to purchase the mobile. When you want to purchase the mobile, is it directly will go to mobile shop and will purchase the mobile? No. What you will do? Research you will be doing. Very perfect. What kind of research? First, what you will look into that? What kind of features? First is RAM. First is RAM, I will be looking into that because your schedules are too busy here, right? That too doing with the full stack Java developer program, you don't have any time, your mobile need to be work very fast here. RAM is very most important. After that? Battery backup is very most important because nowadays you are taking with lot of WhatsApp import and export business you are doing. Battery backup is required. Okay. That is what your backup. Okay. Camera is very most important here, right? Camera is the only important because even though you are white, you have to get black, or if you are black, you have to get white. Different colors you need to get. Okay. Apart from that, processor also need to work very fast. Still, storage is very most important. While sleeping, while selfie, while wake up, while selfie, while brushing, one selfie, coming to the classroom, one selfie. Lot of selfies you will be having it. So that battery backup, that storage is more important here. Now assume that you done the research, because two intelligent guys will be doing the research here. After doing all the research, one of the mobile is giving all your features. Whatever the features you are expecting, all the features has been provided in that particular mobile. Assume that your dream mobile here. All the features are there. As these many extraordinary features are there, obviously price also high only. So as these many features are there, as price is also high, but you will be purchasing that, then what you will do? You guys will be taking the compromise here because it will be decided, even though full stack Java developer, for now still we are in Amirpet only. Let me go with Amirpet configuration. In future, I will go for high-tech city. Going or not? Why you will go? For the job, you need to go for high-tech city. At that time, you will think about to purchase your dream mobile here. As simple as, even though one mobile is having all the features, is that you are purchasing it? No. You are looking into your requirement. Currently, what is your requirement? According to that particular requirement, you are looking into that mobile and you are purchasing. The same thing will happen. Here also, as part of POC, assume that one tester will go with the Selenium. One more tester, QTP. One more tester, Auto IT. Different automation tools they'll take. And then they'll start automating some maximum of 10 to 15 test cases they will automate. Whenever they are automating the test cases, they will come up the report saying like, in case of Selenium, Java, in case of QTP, WebScript. In case of Selenium, like having with objects, what kind of option? QTP, what kind of option? Selenium, what are the reports? QTP, what kind of reports? How you guys are comparing the mobile in a similar way in the real time. Each and every tool will be compared and they will prepare one report. That final report will be sending to the manager. This manager will have a discussion with the client and manager will explain. So client, this is what the POC we done. So these are the features of all the tool. These are the problems. These are the advantages. So let's consider what kind of the tool we can use it. So based on that client decision, by having with the discussion, they will be decided like, okay, according to our requirement, according to our project, let's go with this particular tool. That is how the tool has been decided. Once tool has been decided, taking that particular tool, the need to start developing with automation script. So the whole conclusion is as simple as, according to the real-time process, at any cost, manual testing need to be done. See the importance of manual testing. Without doing with the manual testing, you never go with the automation testing. First, manual testing need to be done. In a certain stage, you will get more number of test cases. Then you will think about automation. After that, you will look into the prerequisite. Once condition satisfied, you will decide automation. Once you decide automation, you have to decide with the tool. So how the tool will be decided? Based on POC or tool evaluation. Meaning of POC? Proof of concept. So once that POC has been done, tool will be decided. So once tool has been decided, based on that particular tool, you need to get start developing automation script. Now, according to our requirement, we decided with the tool. What is the tool we decided? What is the tool we decided? Selenium. Now, taking with the Selenium, we need to get start developing automation script. Now, look into our 4 questions. What is the first question? When to start automation testing? So when you will start automation testing? Regression testing. Second question. What are the preconditions, prerequisites? You got it. Third condition. How to decide automation tool in the project? What is the answer? Based on POC or tool evaluation. What is the fourth one? What are the drawbacks of manual testing? So what are the drawbacks? According to this, what is the drawbacks? Make a note of the drawbacks. First drawback, time taking. First drawback is time taking. Okay. First drawbacks, time taking. Right. First drawback is time taking. Second drawback, required more resources. Required more resources. Required more resources. Required more resources. Take another drawback. Required more budget. Required more budget. Required more budget. Take another drawback. Performing repeated activity. Performing repeated activity. Performing repeated activity. So what is the first drawback? Time consuming. So required more time. Initially okay, but going forward it will require more time. Second drawback, required more resources. As more number of test cases are there, it required more resources. Another one, required more budget. When you got more resources, client has to increase that budget. I mean, client has to pay the salary, budget will increase. After that, performing repeated activity. In build 2, we are executing 10 test cases of build 1. Build 3, we are executing take the biryani and then sleeping here. Okay. From Monday, we'll take with the tool and we'll start working with your automation here. Okay. Carry on. Thank you.